What motivated you to become involved in public service? I'll give you my background. I never thought I'd ever run for an office. Never had any intention. Now, I saw Uncle Jimmy A. James always out front. And, he was colorful and made everybody feel good and just, I'll never forget, we're walking down the streets of Beckley one day in 1972. He's running for Secretary of State. And somebody hollered out, "Hey, Jimmy, how's the campaign doing?" And Uncle Jimmy was always very boisterous. "Oh, we're doing great. Everything's wonderful." And they said, "How's your finances?" He said, "My finances?" He says, "I'm running this campaign on bullshit and bumper stickers, and I'm running low on bumper stickers." And I was thinking, well, if this is politics, it's pretty entertaining. So anyway, that's how I grew up, around him, watching him, but also seeing so much good that could be done. And you know something? I never, ever, ever looked at anybody, no matter what your politics were, Democrat, Republican, we were all friends, we all worked together. And now it's become normalized to weaponize it. If you're a D, the R's are supposed to be the enemy. If you're an R, the D's are supposed to be the enemy. Let me tell you, I can tell you where all the enemies around the world are that hate us all, and it's not in the United States. It should not be us. And if we don't bring this together and don't normalize it, don't accept it. It's not right. It really isn't. They might be your opponents. It might be something, basically, someone has a different idea. And I've always said this: I've never met the first person who's always wrong. Now, I've walked away sometimes from somebody think they're just batshit crazy, But that was my fault, not theirs. I didn't stay there long enough to get something good. Everyone has something to offer. And I'll never forget Uncle Jimmy. I'll never forget what he said. One time we went, he knew how he'd give out certificates. He wanted everyone to feel like, oh, that's just $1 million. Because he knew there were so many people that went through their life that was never, ever recognized. And thank you. Just thank you for being you. So he picked the 35th star, 80 years of age. Because he figured so many people 80 years of age maybe had never been in any type of, other than just a homemaker or taking care of, just doing your job and taking care of your family. He wanted to recognize them. We went into a house one time, and there was a woman who, and I'll never forget this, and I was with him, and I could tell that the daughter was not an A. James Mansion fan. Now, you were either a fan or you weren't a fan, and if you weren't a fan, it showed up pretty strong. So we walked in, and I said, "Oh boy, we're in hostile territory." And anyway, we walked in anyway. Jimmy, when he felt that was we got a little hit challenge, his competitive juices kicked in. Now he was going to give it. He laid it on 10 times heavier than he ever did. And this little lady was waiting all day for him, sitting in her chair, 80 years, I think 80, 81, 82. She was tickled to death. And Uncle Jimmy gave her the big certificate, and he put a medallion around her neck and gave her a hug and a kiss. And she was just gooing and everything, just so excited. And the daughter sarcastically says, "Mom, I don't know why you're so excited. He gives those away by the thousands." She says, "Not with my name on it." Now, the lesson I learned from that, you might hear 100 complaints a day. People just really peed off, Tons. But the person you're talking to at that time, even though you've heard it 99 other times, it's the first time you heard it from them. And you've got to respond that way. That's public service. Everybody wants to be recognized, and everyone has something to say. And everyone should be listened to. If not, then don't be in public service. Get another form of job. Get another occupation. And everyone says, "Well, don't you get tired when you go out and people come up with this?" I said, "I'm a public servant. I am public property. And I owe everything to you all and all of the constituents we all have of having an opportunity to serve at the highest levels. I've never been more honored to be able, I go around, I said, you give me bragging rights. I'm able to talk about the good people of West Virginia. I said, we don't do it that way. We don't hate each other. We just don't talk about each other that way. We try to help each other." So when I got involved, I was 35 years old. There was a gentleman who was serving as a delegate for many years from my area in Marion County. Came in and told my dad, and he says, "John, you remember all the favors I've done for you?" And I'm thinking, Dad's never asked for a favor. Now, Dad would ask people, "Can you help this person here? Or this needs to be done, or that needs to be done." And there's certain people that people go to. You know that. With you now in your position, they're going to be coming to you or your family members saying, "Can you talk to so-and-so because I know he's your brother or brother-in-law or sister-in-law or this or that. They can help me." So they're coming to you in different ways. That's what Dad would do to try to help people. And when the person left, I said, "Dad, that person's not in public service. That was self-service. He's wanting something for himself. He thinks if he does his job, you owe him something.